Welcome back, everybody, to another Built for More YouTube video. My name is Timo,
And I'm Ashley. If you find this
and
video helpful, please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel.
yes, like and subscribe, y'all. So today we have a very special guest, Mike from Ecom 305. What's going on, Mike? How you doing today, man? Thank you for
How's it
coming
going,
on.
man? How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for having me. Excited to
Yeah.
be here. Yeah.
For sure, man. Um, I'm very excited about this one because you are a professional or a teacher. You're not
Hmm.
currently teaching, right, as your profession,
Yeah.
but you are a teacher. And I always appreciate people who have some kind of type of career that went to school to be a professional and
Yeah.
they no longer work in that same profession, do something completely different, right?
Yeah.
I will get into that, but one of the things that I really appreciate about you is that from what I see on social media, where you post is like you got your hand in like different things,
Yeah.
right? Like
I'm all over the place. I don't know
you
if it's
have
ADHD or I just want to try everything. I don't know.
you try everything and then you
Yeah.
kind of just see what you like and what works for you, right? And that's one of
Hmm.
the goals that I have that we have, me and actually have for this interview is there is no one correct way. If you want to make money online, there is no one way that's the correct way, right? It's
Hmm.
you find what you like, you find what you enjoy doing, right? And then just go all in on opportunity, right? And that's one of the things one of the takeaways that I want people to understand is that there is something for you out there, right? Maybe making videos is not for you, but
Hmm.
we're going to talk about other things that you do that don't require to show your face in front of the camera or make
Yeah.
videos, right? So,
Hmm.
without further ado, let's get into it. So, you're a teacher, right? So, first of
Yes.
all, what kind of I never asked you what kind of teacher are you, and then how long were you teaching for, and like
Yeah.
what grade, like
So,
what K through 12, or I'm sorry, like middle school, high school.
yeah. I've done
Yeah.
all of it. It's been, except from high school, not that much, but my degree is in special ed. So special education, ESC
Hmm.
K through
Okay.
12. The only reason why I picked it, it wasn't, I'll be honest, like it wasn't like I had this huge passion for special education. Honestly, when I went to, it's not that I hate it, or it's nothing like that, but
Oh, yeah.
honestly, when I went to Miami-Dade College, which is where I graduated, and I wanted to be a teacher, they really needed math and science teachers. And I was like, I'm not good at either one. I'm not like, I don't really like math and science. But they had ESC and it was K through 12. So in education world, if you're gonna do middle or high school, you have to have a certification like in that the subject area. It's the word is escaping me. So like if you want to teach middle school biology, you have to pass a test for middle school biology. So or high school art or whatever, you get to take a test for that. And you can just teach that. So I thought in my head, I'm like, well, what if I do middle school science and there's no middle school science positions open? Then I'm stuck. Like I can't get a job. So I was like, well, but if I'm a UC K through 12, I can teach K through 12. So it's like somebody's gonna hire me, you know? So that was my mentality going in. I was like, somebody's gonna hire me because K through 12, it's a very big, wide field. So I went for that. And then I ended up actually being in general education. My first job was a second grade teacher in a charter school. Then I went to third grade in this horrible private school for like, fancy rich kids. And
Oh,
I
no.
didn't like that school at all, like at all. I had this mentor teacher. She was a pain in my butt. And I have a mouth. Like I'm Cuban. I was born in Brooklyn. So I was raised like my mom is very like tough. So I talk back like in a nice way. I'm not like disrespectful, but like I don't, in Spanish, like no me quedo callado. Like I don't stay quiet. So then this lady was just writing me and I was just like, no, no, no. And I pushed back on her and she was like shocked. So I didn't get along that well in that school. So contract finished. I went to teach fourth grade. That was okay. And then I finished that contract. And then I ended up and I've done substituting. I've taught the immigrants that were like illegal immigrants that would cross the border and all that, like kids that would get
Mm.
caught and then they would come down here to South Florida. And how the government had like a government project thing for kids. Like for those kids that were illegal. Long story short, they get into politics or anything, but they were legal. They were here,
Right.
and then they needed teachers, and they hired like 100 something teachers, and I was one of the teachers that they hired, and that was a great. It was a tough job because it was 50 kids in a classroom, and they had no lesson plans, no plan, no nothing. Just threw you in there, and none of them spoke English. Which I speak Spanish was fine, but like they were very like low educated. Some were very smart, some couldn't write. Like it was a mess of like differentiated instruction all over the place. So it was tough. Um, and then I finished that, but that was a lot of money. The government pays really well. So they just kept paying us like crazy money.
Oh,
Then
nice.
Huh?
That's nice
Yeah,
that they
and then I
funded
ended
you
up
for that.
huh?
No, that was nice that they gave you good money for that
Yeah,
particular job because teachers don't make
nah,
much
we
money,
don't
right?
make
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, some states pay really well, but, like, at least I live in Miami, like, pay here sucks.
Oh,
So, it's
wow.
always been bad. So and it's hard to get into the public school system because teachers, like, they don't leave because they have tenure and they have, like, they have a union, like, they don't leave. Like, they have to die, like, to leave or retire. So it's like if they don't die or retire, like, they don't leave their jobs. So, like, there's or you have to, like, know somebody. In Spanish, we call it palanca. It's like you gotta know somebody that knows somebody, get you in, and
Mhm.
I don't know anybody, so I just kept floating from school to school because I have bills to pay. So I ended up in a special ed and in a very large charter school near my house, and I basically ran me and another teacher. Eventually, it was two teachers. It was just me at first and another teacher ran the whole special ed department of like 700, 800 kids, and it became like 1,000 kids. But it was great. But like I had like 80, 90 kids in a caseload, so it was good. It was a lot of work. Excuse me. I learned a lot about the district, about just running everything. So it was I learned a lot in that position, and it was the one where I lasted the longest, and I felt like the more at home, comfortable. But eventually, it ended. I can talk the entire podcast about that, but I won't just spare you the details. Long story short, like my supervisor didn't like me, and then they ended up wanting to get rid of me and my coworker, and then they ended up like hiring. They were like behind our back training other people to replace us to save a salary. So like they wanted to fire both of us and replace it with one person instead of two, to save on the salary. So
Mhm.
yeah. So then I found out about it, and then me and my coworker were like, "We gotta get out of here," because they're gonna end up firing us anyway. So it's like, let's go before we get fired, so it doesn't be on our record. So she got a public school position, and then I ended up just doing my business, which was reselling on Amazon and Walmart and eBay. So
Okay, so let's talk
yeah.
about that and let's unpack that a
Hmm.
little bit because I think
Yeah, yeah.
going from so you were still teaching when you found out about this opportunity with selling on Amazon, or were you already
I
like
oh, I was already doing it for like 10 years. Like, well, no, not 10 years. I was doing it at that time, was 8 years. That was 2022 of February. I left my job, like end of January, beginning of February. And I started selling on Amazon with my wife in 2014, but just like
on the
selling
side?
stuff, a side thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't like I was
Okay,
serious. I didn't know
so
what I was
you were a
doing.
teacher, but you were selling on the side.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was driving to
So
work one day, long story short, and I heard this podcast, a smart passive income podcast, and he had another lady that was doing like 100,000 a year selling on Amazon. I'm like, "What do you?" And I'm driving, like, "What do you mean you can sell online? Like, what does that even mean? Like, you buy things on Amazon, you don't sell things on Amazon." Like the concept didn't make any sense to me. But I heard the whole podcast. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to sell stuff.
in
So then
2014, that's early. That's
yeah,
early
it
on.
was before all this craziness with COVID, way before that.
That's
This
early,
was
yeah.
like the wild, wild west. Like nobody knew. There were no courses. She was one of the few people that had anything out there. She had like a little ebook and like a little janky website. It wasn't like anything crazy. I was like, I'm just gonna buy this lady's stuff. She's killing it. Just gonna learn from her. She was like my first mentor. Um, and then I started just doing it, and I was just like a side thing. I was like, if I could make a couple $100 a month, cool. I'm happy. I don't like I can't. I didn't never cross my mind I could replace my income. I'm like, this is to make like 300, 400 bucks a month, sell some junk online, and that's it.
And
So
I think when you join, or when you start, like for me, because I started selling on Amazon also
yeah.
back in 2021, 2022, around there,
Mm-hmm.
2022, something like that. And when you start it, it's like a fun hobby to do, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we'll get into like the type of model you had or you
Yeah.
have for like reselling, but I started with online arbitrage and retail
Yeah.
arbitrage. Sorry, retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, meaning retail arbitrage, and you can kind of weigh in this on this right now, is you go
Mm-hmm.
into the stores, you start scanning stuff and you find opportunities where the product that's in front of you is selling for cheaper than it is on Amazon. And then you kind of find that arbitrage. And then you use an app to help you calculate how much you can make, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
me, it was kind of like it was fun, right? But you don't think about like I can replace my career with this.
Yeah. It's just fun.
You
It's
know
just
what I
like
mean?
I can make $100. Cool. It's like whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So
since you got into it and like back when, before it was super popular and all of the
Mm-hmm.
courses came out, were you
Mm-hmm.
making bank with it?
Nah, not really, because I didn't know what I was doing. And back then, like
Okay.
there was no apps, there was nothing. There wasn't even
right.
Keepa. It was nothing. It was nothing. So like if people were making bank with it, like they weren't back then, like now everything's online, everything's on the internet, you can just look stuff
Right.
up. Nobody would say nothing. It was like talking to like the FBI or the CIA. Like I would ask people like, how do you do this? And they were like, oh, like they didn't want to tell you nothing. Like, oh, what store do you go to scan? Oh, stores. I'm like, which store? I can't tell you. And I'm like, bro, like what category do I scan? All the categories. Like, forget it. Like, so nobody
Oh,
would say or
man.
nothing, or it was very like tight-lipped because nobody wanted you to know anything. And then now everybody knows everything. But back then, it was like stocks or something. It's like, I can't tell you, some secret. It
So
was a
what
pain in the
year
butt.
so what year was it where you're just like, "You know what? Imma just go all in on this."
I would say like 2020, and I never got into like this COVID stuff of like the pools and the chlorine. I didn't know what even that was until like I would
Right.
hear it on podcasts. I'm like, what do you mean you were selling chlorine? Like, what is people doing hand sanitizer? I'm like, what are you doing? But I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I would say like every year it just kept growing. Like in the first couple of years, my wife and I we were just reading courses on Facebook groups, just learning. And then every year would just go up a little bit. Maybe we started like 10,000 for the year, the whole year. I don't remember, but it was like low. And then it was like, oh, 40,000 for the year. We went up. And then next year was like, oh, 70, 80,000. Oh, snap. Oh
Mm.
my gosh. Like for the whole year, not in a month. Not in my pocket. This is revenue. This is not profit.
Right.
But still, I was like, oh, I went up. Oh, okay. And then it kept doing that every year. And I was like, oh, snap. Like I can pay some bills now. Like this is money now. So I would say by like 2020, I don't remember my sales back then, but it was in a couple hundred thousands in sales, not in profit. And we're talking like maybe 20% of that or something was in my pocket, maybe 15%. It wasn't a lot, but maybe $20,000 in a year or something. But as a teacher,
Extra. Right.
that's pretty good. Like we don't, I don't make six figures. I was making like 35, 40,000 a year. So I was like, $20,000 is half my salary. So I was like, it's pretty darn good. So I was like, if I can get this at like 30 and I'm teaching, like I'm living pretty well. So once it kind of got there, I was like, I can quit my job. And then COVID happened and I was just at home, just like I was like working, like doing nothing. Like I was doing nothing. I would work, but the work was like nothing, like super easy. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna dedicate myself to my business. Forget, I'll do teaching, but once I clock out, like I would be working and doing that at the same time. So all online. So yeah, so it just kept growing and growing, and then eventually and I found out I was gonna get laid off, and all, I'm like, I'm making more than what I'm making as a teacher salary, so I'm out. Like I'll just do this full time. And I had planned that. It wasn't like I had an epiphany one day. Like I was since 2021, the whole year, I was like, okay, I'm, how do I say, like, I make this much in my job and I'm making this much from Amazon. How much do I need to live? So I was like calculating all the numbers. I'm like, okay, I just need this much to live. If I can make this much on Amazon, I'm just going to save all my money from my job. So I started doing that. So all my paycheck from my job, I just put into savings, the entire paycheck, the whole thing. I didn't, maybe if it touched a couple dollars, but the majority of it was just savings and paying off debt and saving. And then once I had like 20 grand or something in my bank account, I was like, I'm good. Like I can leave. Worst case scenario I thought, what was the worst case scenario? I guess to spend it from Amazon. I'll have $20,000. I can get a job between then, you know, my wife can work. Like we can figure it out. So I was like, I'll be fine. I'll try it. I'm not getting any younger. So I don't want to wait till like I'm 55 and then, try it. I was like, I'll just do it. And I told my wife when we prayed about it, we talked about it, it wasn't like I went crazy and did that. Like it was a long, over time discussion. But my wife's always been like on board with it. She loves it. She likes that I'm home and working from home and all of that. So
It's
yeah.
fun.
So
It's fun, and
And
I
your
think that's
wife
one of the
does
things
this
that
too.
yes, yeah. She
yeah,
doesn't have like a full-time job. This is all the things we do is we do it together. So my
that's
wife
fun.
hadn't had like a full-time job since like 2017. So around there, 2017, 2018. So
That's cool,
mhm,
man. That's cool. Yeah, and I
yeah.
think, I spoke with some people that we do on the podcast and other people like that I meet that had jobs and they walk away to do some of this make money online. It's like it's not overnight where you just like wake up one day and you're just like,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm gonna quit today.
Yeah, no, no, no,
No,
no.
it's like
No.
right Ash, and then like the idea comes into your head and then you're just like, man, what if I could do this? Right. And then you kind of sit
Uh-huh.
on it
You
and
sit
then
on
you
it.
kind of
Yeah,
like
you're just
start
like you
looking
just
at
dream about it. You're
scenarios
just like, yeah, like I
and
want to do
then
that.
and then one day, and then even then, it's still a hard decision, right? To make that decision because it's scary
Mhm.
because we've worked all our lives,
Mhm.
and like to do this is like this is very unconventional way, especially how we were raised, right?
Same, yeah,
So you were
same.
doing okay, so you were doing really quick, so you were doing retail arbitrage, right?
Retail, online arbitrage, and I did a little bit of wholesale because I had some wholesalers here in Miami that I would go to and buy stuff, but very little,
Okay,
not like
so
a lot.
so really quick, like a quick little 2 minute. Can
Mhm.
you break down what each one is? Retail, online, and wholesale, just really quick, because I don't want to spend
Yeah,
too much
really
time on.
quick. Retail arbitrage, you buy stuff in stores, you buy it for cheap, you sell it for more money on Amazon. So you find it in clearance. You go to a Publix or Walmart and you go to the clearance section and it's $4 because they're getting rid of it. And on Amazon, it's $25, $20. The same thing online arbitrage. Just with online arbitrage, you can scan with tools. You can scan like the entire website. Like, so they have, I'm just making up numbers, 50,000 SKUs on Target.com. You can just scan all of Target, and then just compare it to Amazon. And then the software will spit out a list and like, okay, all of these products give you 30% ROI and $4 profit. And then you just, you check. It's not like it's
Not
accurate,
that easy,
but
right? Yeah.
it's not that easy. I wish, but usually it's a lot of mismatches. The numbers are wrong. It's out of stock, whatever. So you have to check through everything.
Coupons come into play and all that.
Coupons, sales, Black Friday sale, President Day sale, whatever sale. So yeah, so it's just flipping, buying low, selling high. People say it's scalping or whatever. It's not. It's just you're grabbing a deal. The other person missed out on the deal. Now you got to pay the full price. So, it is what it is. So that's every single store does arbitrage, every single store.
Right.
So all of
Because
them.
they buy it
So
from the distributor or they buy it directly from the
yeah,
brand.
unless they are like like a Aldi's. Like I shop a lot in Aldi's. Like Aldi's is all their stuff is their stuff for the most part. So, but it's like Walmart. Like Walmart has their own brands, but they have lots of other brands. They bought it from whatever brand, and now they're selling it to you for like maybe they make 2% profit or something, but they're making something. So yeah, so
So then,
it's all arbitrage.
so this is only with Amazon, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you started incorporating also selling on Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So same thing, you're doing the same thing for Walmart.
Same thing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Once Walmart was opened up, again, I didn't know what I was doing. I just made an account. I didn't do anything with it. And then I just started learning, talking to other sellers. And I'm still into the seller community, not as much, but I still am. But I was like really deep. That was like all I did. So I was in a lot of Facebook groups and calls and podcasts, listening and all this stuff. So just got into Walmart, started making money there, and it went well. I had a shopper. She will go I had a great shopper. She's amazing. She'll go 3 times a week all over Miami, just buying inventory. And then her daughter would come, and then we would prep all the inventory like twice a week. And we would be
Oh,
shipping
so
out
you
like
you
20
paid a
boxes.
shopper to shop
Yeah.
for you? So
Mm-hmm.
like to
Yeah.
scan products and look for
Mm-hmm.
opportunities,
Yeah.
and then
Mainly
she'll
for
use your card,
Walmart and Amazon. Uh-huh.
and then she'll use your card to buy the stuff? Your
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
That
had,
That's
that
dope.
seems better to me because retail
yes,
arbitrage, when I hear you talk about it, I just think,
it's,
God, that
it's a lot.
sounds super
It's
stressful.
fun
Like
though. It's fun. I
It's
mean, if
fun.
you
It's
have
because you
time, it's
find
fun.
something, you're
maybe
just like,
like a
oh my
treasure
gosh,
hunt. I don't
it's a
know,
Yeah,
treasure
but
it's like
hunt.
a treasure hunt,
Yeah,
right?
like
Because
you
I
really
find
guess.
like
quick.
this, this is my mic, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is $10. It's 55 on Amazon. You're like, I just paid $40, so or $30, you're
Yeah.
like, yes, so
Especially if you find a full shelf of something like that.
yeah, you're just like,
It's like you
there's
just
a
clear the whole shelf and
$300
you
right
just take it
here.
home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when you get it, do you just like send it to the person yourself, or are you sending this like to Amazon to
You
send
send
to
it to
people?
Amazon, and Walmart has the same
Okay.
thing. You have to label it, package it, put it in a box, ship it to Amazon. Then when it sells, you just check your app, or you get notified, usually on the app, and then it sells. You just buy more. So,
Yeah, and then Amazon ships it directly to the customer FBA. So that
hmm
Prime Day
or
shipping.
you can ship it to them yourself. You can do both. I do both. I ship FBA and I ship merchant fulfilled because I have some stuff that sells so fast. I'm like, there's no point in sending it FBA. Like the moment I list it, it'll sell. So
That's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
That's a lot of work compared to like the Amazon influencer
But there's
program.
It's a lot of
there's
work.
people that make a lot of
Yes.
money doing retail,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, yeah. There's
Retail,
people that
there's a
make
lot of
good, but
people make.
it's more of like I don't like it too much though because it's like a job. Like it's a job. Like
Mm.
you can outsource it with the shopper, but it's a job. Like Amazon influencer feels more like a business. Like it's something you can manage and it's making money in the background. Like Amazon is a grind. You got to be at it all the time.
Okay,
All
so
day.
so as of
So
today, you still do Amazon FBA, meaning you still sell on Amazon, but your
yeah,
model's a little different now, right?
yes.
You do what's called
eBay to Amazon. So I learned
eBay
about
to
that.
Amazon.
Yeah, I learned about it like over a year ago. A gentleman named Rakin Profit. He's on YouTube. I thought it was a scam. I'm like, that's a bunch of garbage. Like, you're just gonna get suspended. There's no why because eBay's. You think eBay's a bunch of junk. It's a bunch of used stuff, and you're gonna sell it on Amazon. Customer's gonna get it. They're gonna complain to Amazon. You're gonna get suspended. Amazon's gonna say where your invoice is. Like, where did you buy this? Oh, on eBay. They're gonna be like, "Psst, buy. So they kick you off. So that's what I thought. And then, but I said, I'm just going to try it. Like, this guy's doing well. There's like a whole community with this thing. I'm like, Somebody's making money here because there can't be a whole community of people and nobody's making any money." So I tried it and I tried a little bit. I'm like, oh, snap. I sold some stuff. I'm like, I'm going to wait for it to get returned. Nobody returned it. I'm like, oh, snap. They didn't return it. I'm gonna do it again, And I kept doing it, and I'm like, oh, this is works. This stuff works. So then I just started. I was getting out of Amazon and Walmart because of the heavy. The problem that nobody still to this day doesn't like talk about is the debt. So it's a lot of debt. So you got
It's
to
a lot of
Mm.
pay a
risk.
lot of money. It's a lot of risk and debt. So I know I don't. I'm not gonna say their names, but I know people that are like $300,000 in debt. I don't know if they still are, but when I spoke to them, they were, and they were like, "Yeah, I have like 300,000 in debt of like inventory." And I'm like, "Are you insane? Like that's more than my house costs. Like what are you doing? So I'm like, you need to liquidate all that. You need to stop buying stuff and just get rid of the debt. No, but people, it's a game, it's fun, and then they have $100,000 on an Amex card and Chase, and I'm like, what are you doing? So I don't know. I have kids and a wife and a house. Like I don't want to do that. So it's
Right.
like, why? I don't know. So yeah, so then I started doing that, and then it's been great. Like I've been able to lower my debt a lot. Like I didn't have much. So yeah, so I like the eBay to Amazon model because you're buying stuff on eBay. I only buy stuff that's brand new. I don't buy anything used. I check everything. Like I look at all the images. And then on Amazon, they'll have it for like $80 and eBay has it for like 25, and it's usually toys and electronics, like 1 unit, 2 unit. I do not buy a lot of stuff. I have very little inventory. I used to have like 600 SKUs of inventory. I sold everything, started liquidating everything because I wanted to get out of all this debt. And I started doing Amazon influencer program and other things. And I was like, I let go of my shopper, my prepper. I had 2 VAs. I let go of one, and I just started scaling back. And then I got into eBay, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep this thing real lean, like lean. Like I just it. If I buy, again with this, like if I bought this on eBay, I buy one, and then when it sells, I buy one more. I don't buy 15. Like I buy
Oh,
one, and that's it. Because I don't want to have the listing gets deleted. I get in Amazon, you can get what's called gated, like you can't sell the brand anymore. And if that happens to me, then it's like, well, what do I do with the 15 units I just bought? I spent $300 on this. Now I can't sell it. I lost money. So I just buy like one. Sells it, I buy another one. So my business is very lean, very small. I don't even do 10,000 in sales. I do like 8, 9,000 a month in sales. And I just mainly do merchant fulfilled. Once a month, twice a month, I do 2 boxes to FBA, 3 boxes. My wife helps me. We get it all out in a few hours, and it's very like side hustle-ish. It's very like a side thing. Yeah, I make good money from it, but I'm not spending like all day, maybe like an hour a day, maybe an hour and a half, you know, but it makes good money, few $1,000s a month. So in my pocket after paying off my card and paying all the fees or whatever, I still make a few $1,000s a month. So it's good. It almost matches like my teacher
That's
salary,
pretty
what I
good.
used to make just Amazon. So yeah,
nice.
eBay to Amazon, you keep it lean. Seems like your appetite for risk is not as what it was like it once was because there
yeah,
is risk with selling
there
on
is
Amazon,
risk. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
especially when you carry a lot of debt from month to month when you're purchasing
Mm-hmm.
inventory, right? Because the inventory
Mm-hmm.
based business.
Yep.
So let's talk about some of the other things that you do, right? So you do
Sure, man.
uh merch on demand, which is on
A little
Amazon also,
bit,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah,
little
I
A
bit.
do
Can you
that
talk
little
a
about
little
what
bit
bit.
too. A
can
little
you talk
Okay.
bit,
about what that
yeah.
is for people that might not know what that is?
Sure, and it's good to know too, like as an Amazon influencers, what I hear, I read it somewhere. I think Amazon influencers get access to merch because to get into Amazon merch is like really hard. Like you have to apply and it's like a separate program from Amazon. It's print on demand basically. But I've heard like it's impossible to like get in. Like you apply and Amazon doesn't like let anybody in. Like I don't know why. When do they let people in? I have no idea. I had an account from a long time ago, and then like maybe a year ago or something, I was like, do I still have this account? I don't know how it reminded. Must have seen a video or something. It was like, and I logged in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an account. And then I was on tier 1,000. So in merch, it's tiers. They have tier 20. You start on tier 10, and then 25, I think 50, and then 100, and it keeps going up. And you have to sell shirts, and then they will sell the products, and then you start going up in the tiers. And it's nice because there's no inventory. You don't have to send anything. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to make designs. So just like anything, just like Amazon influence, you have to know like the strategy, what products to sell and to do videos for. You have to know what designs are selling. So I joined a mastermind group recently. There was like these two guys that I was following online. They decided to do like a mastermind group for like 30 something bucks a month. I was like, I'll try it out because I don't know nothing. I don't know what to do with this. I want to do something with it. I don't know what to do. I made some designs. I don't know if they were any good. I have no idea, you know? So I learned a ton in that group because these people make thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Just all they do is merch. Like that's all they do. They don't do nothing else but merch. And they're just like monsters. And I'm like, who are these people? Like, what the heck are they doing? And then there's all these other people in the group and they're just like monsters in there. I'm like, who the heck are these people? Never heard of this. Didn't know this was a thing. It was like a whole nother world opened up to me. I was like, whoa, this is a thing. So yeah, so I've just been learning, making designs. I have a VA. She's, she helps me too. But with AI, honestly, you just give it the prompt and it makes it a design. You just have to know like what design to make. And in the group, they give you like all the designs like that are trending or that are popping right now. And then you just have AI like help you make it. And then you have to publish it. And there's tools that'll like auto publish it to Amazon. Like there's a lot of like software and AI stuff. It's very techy, very, very techy. It took me a while to like grasp it, but I'm getting it. And then I'm on tier 500 because like they cut everybody's tiers in half, like out of nowhere. Typical Amazon nonsense. They just
Mhm.
woke up one day and cut everybody's legs in half. So even the guys that run the group, they got their tiers cut in half. So I was like, dang, even them. So and they were like on tier 40,000 or something like that. And then I went from 1,000 to 500, but I still can post 500 designs and then like in December, I had one design that just kept, I don't know why, it just kept selling. And so every day, it was like 6, 7 sales a day. And I did like 300 something for the month. I was like, oh snap, I did up to $200. So I was like, and you don't do nothing. You do nothing. You don't have to press any buttons. You just check your phone. You're like, or you check the merch dashboard. And they have apps that can check too. And you're like, oh snap, I sold something. I made $3. I made $10. I made $20.
That's
So
interesting.
it's just free
So
money.
so
It's just free
so you
money
upload the design to your merch
to your
account,
merch store. Uh-huh.
and then I'm the customer. I'm scrolling for a shirt, and I like that
Uh-huh.
design.
Yes.
So when I hit purchase,
I get
Amazon
paid.
then takes the shirt, puts the design together,
Mhm.
like silk screening, and then they
Yes.
send it to me.
It's like a screening. Yeah, they must have some kind of machines and they just like, print it on the shirt and they send it to the customer. And you don't get like $3, $4, $2, but you didn't do anything. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
do anything.
So
That's
you
crazy.
know how the
Yeah.
kids are
It's
all
fun.
saying 6,
Yeah,
7,
I've
like
done 6, 7 designs. Yeah, I've
okay.
done those.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like that's what they would consider trending. That's trending
Yes.
right now. So if you
Yeah.
make a shirt that says 6, 7, okay, gotcha. And
It
then
might.
also
Yeah, it
you could
might
do
sell.
cups and hats and things. It's not only
Um,
shirts.
they just released mugs and hats, like literally like 2 weeks ago. They just released hats and like mugs were like last year. But I don't have access to the mugs or the hats. It's like it's random who gets it.
It's does it
So
go by tier also?
no, there's people that are on like low tiers and they got it, and other people it's very random. Like high tiers, low tiers. Some people have it, some people don't. Like typical Amazon. Like there's no explain. Like the creator connection issue that we just had. Like there's no explanation, and now it
Yeah.
works. Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
that. It's just random. No
So
one knows.
if you're
So
like a low tier, then
uh-huh.
you are limited on the amount of
Designs.
designs that you can make. Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Yeah. They cap you,
Interesting.
and let's say like you're in tier 10, you can only publish 10. And then when you get a few sales, you have to just pray, and one
Hey.
day Amazon will tier you up. There's no like in 30 days they tier you up. No, no. No one knows when they tier you up. It's all random. That's why I joined the group
Oh,
because Amazon doesn't share any information. Like it's like super like tight-lipped. Like they don't say anything. So everybody
oh
in the
yeah.
group would just be like, I got a tier up. And everybody's like, I got a tier up. Like you just have to like get information from people. Like Amazon doesn't share anything. So
Yeah, they gave me access to merch on demand shortly after I became an Amazon influencer. I think it was like 2
mm-hmm.
months later. No direction. It was
Mm-hmm.
just like,
Just
"Congratulations,
there.
you're in merch on demand," but I
Yeah.
I had no clue what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. I can
So
yeah, the group is good. That's where I learned a lot. Like, but I'm not like a guru or something. Like I'm still learning. So
so
yeah.
you would
Yeah.
have to like for something like that, like you would have to come up with some kind of method or something to get on top of a trend, right? Like that's a way to kind of go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Like I'll tell my
there's
Like, if
Yeah.
you had a kid in high school, be like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about? What's the"
You could do that. The better way would be that there's a tool called there's one called Merch Dominator, and there's another one called Flying Research. They're weird names. But they'll search like all or you can even just search Etsy and just see like what's trending. Like there's a tool called Everbee, and it's kind of like Keepa. Like you can see like all the shirts that are selling right now, and then you kind of look at those designs. There's always trends that are like Pokemon and Pikachu. You can't do anything trademark, but people do it anyway because why not? There's money. Then it gets suspended later. So you just
Mhm.
skip all of those that are trademark, and then you're like, oh, that's like some weird design. You don't even know what it means, but it's selling. And you're like, I'm gonna make that, you know? And then you start picking all those designs. You go to Nano Banana and Google Gemini, and you give it the design. You say, make me this design just like a little bit different, and it'll make it like a little bit different, maybe a different color or something. And you just do that, and you just make those designs and you upload. But it's best to
So
avoid like trendy stuff like Halloween or something, because Halloween is like
Right.
one day, you know. You
right.
want like evergreen trending stuff. So
That
sells all year
merch
long.
dominator that you're talking about, that's,
What's that?
will that tell you if you make something trademarked? For instance, like, when the movie Wicked came out, right? I would
Yeah.
think that everybody would wanna make Wicked shirts, but I
Yeah, and
think
they
that
do.
would be like
They
a
do.
trademark issue.
Yes, everything, all of that's
Okay.
a trademark. Yeah, all the low hanging fruit that you're like, just it's a movie. Let's make a movie shirt. Nope, everything you'll get suspended. Yeah, or Amazon will just block you the moment you upload it. It'll block you. It'll reject the design. Sometimes they reject designs that aren't trademarked. You're like, why did it get rejected? So, yeah, they're very
Wow.
strict. Yeah,
Yeah.
Interesting.
it's very
Interesting.
interesting. I had some most weirdest designs that will sell, like the most randomest stuff. It's not like what you would think would sell. It's just like sometimes the stuff you're looking at, like, I don't even know what that means, but it's selling. I don't know what the heck that saying is,
But to them, it means
but it
something,
sells.
so
It means something to somebody. So I'm like,
yeah.
I don't care.
That's
It
funny because I
sells.
I never knew how
Mhm.
that worked. Because I bought some shirts in the past with the,
Yeah.
like, steel screen design,
Uh-huh.
um, and it's like in a specific niche, right? Like, we were having this Mexican, themed fiesta
Yeah.
a couple years ago, so I went on Mexican themed fiesta shirts. So then I bought one there, but I didn't know. I thought it was like it was sitting in inventory somewhere, and they
Yeah.
just shipped it to me, but that's merch on demand. That's
It's
interesting.
merch on demand. Yeah. Yeah. Some
Interesting.
people
That's
So
so
do it like
cool.
they do a merch and fulfill, but it's usually Amazon merch.
that's because you have no inventory.
You have no, I have nothing. I mean, I could have gotten a sale right now. I don't know. I have to like go and check, but yeah, I don't
You
know.
have
Just,
nothing and AI is making the designs. I mean,
That
that's
yes,
sounds
pretty
it's
interesting.
awesome.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
think the
That's what
only
everybody's
learning
doing.
curve is learning AI, but
Yes. You got to
And
learn the
hiring
AI and
someone
how to
to
upload it and all of that. And how
and
you
then
got to
teach you
like size it correctly, because sometimes like the
oh,
picture
the
will come out like
sizing.
tiny and it's like a little picture like this and it should be like this big,
Oh,
so you got
yeah.
to like size it up, you got to play with it. But once you get it, it's easy. Well,
interesting.
it's interesting. Yeah.
So merch on demand. So,
Yeah.
uh, hopefully you do it big in the next year, and we'll have you back on here so we can talk
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, for
5
sure.
figures a
Hopefully.
month doing merch on demand.
Yeah, oh, that'd be good. That'd be
So then
good.
you also do, Etsy, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I do a little bit
A
of
little bit Etsy.
Etsy.
Can you kinda tell us or walk us through what that looks like
Sure. I
or
got
what it
into that
is?
too because, yeah, I heard of it, never got into it as an Amazon seller. And then there was an Amazon seller on Instagram. She used to do FBA. She started talking about Etsy. I'm like, I don't know anything about Etsy. What is this whole Etsy thing? And then she was just killing it. She was showing her numbers. I was like, oh, snap. Like, that's great. And it's all print on demand. So Etsy, everybody thinks I thought the same. It's all handmade stuff, which is what Etsy is. Like, it's handmade stuff. But you can do print on demand, which is the same thing with the shirts. Like there's a website called Printify, and they have like hundreds of designs, like of products, t-shirts, mugs, candles, uh, flags, stickers, everything you could possibly think of, and it's all blank, has nothing. And then you make the design and you put it on the thing. And then you connect Printify to Etsy. You make your Etsy listing with the pictures, which are called mock-ups, which are like the pictures of like a lady holding a candle like this, or she has the shirt, or it's a little, mug, and it's just like the picture of the mug on a table, like that, or whatever. And it'll say like, usually it's personalized, so it'll say like Ashley's wedding, and whatever year you got married, whatever year.
Mhm.
And then you're like, what? My name's Tiffany. I don't want Ashley. And then, you can, in Etsy, you can put Tiffany, and Printify will put Tiffany's wedding and ship you Tiffany's wedding, whatever year. And then you get the mug with your name on it. And you're like, oh, that's so cool. But Printify does all of that. So you don't have to do,
So
again, anything. You have to make the designs, and, you have to do research. So you have to you can't just make whatever you feel like it. Like you have to look and like certain fonts sell, certain styles, the mock-ups. It's a lot of like, and it's a feminine website. So I'm not a girl, so I'm like looking at Etsy and I'm like, I don't get it. Like it's all this pretty stuff, so I have a female VA and I'm like, look, she's good at graphic design. I'm like, I really need you to lean into your feminine side. Like help me make sure this looks nice. I'm like, I'm a guy. I don't have the eye for that. So help me out. So she's been great. And then I do the research part and I'm like, I know this is selling. I just don't know how the heck to make this thing. You make it, make me the picture. And then we use Canva. She makes all the pictures and all that in Canva. And then I post it on Etsy. And then when I get a sale, it sells from Printify to the customer. And then I also do digital products. I started with the digital side and they're just like downloads. They're just like digital templates. And then I also use Canva and another website called Creative Fabrica. I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to go quick. Um, and then Creative Fabrica has all the templates there because I was like, I don't know how to make a template, but Creative Fabrica already has a template. So you just have to edit them, like edit the fonts, edit the colors, make it different, and then you can sell it on Etsy. So I started doing that, started getting some sales. I'm like, oh snap, I sold something. And I don't have to do anything. Like it's a download. They just buy it and it's a download. You do nothing. You just hear a cha-ching on your phone. You're like, oh cool, I made $2. You know? So over time, it's been growing to the point I do like 200 or so a month just from the digital downloads. The print on demand is still very low. Like I just sell candles and I sell like maybe 2 or 3 a month because I'm still learning like how to do it, like what sells. Like my listings don't really sell. So I think I need to fix the mock-ups and the titles and all of that. So I'm working on that. So, but that's like a
Interesting.
side
So,
thing. So yeah.
but from every side hustle that you talk about, people can generate full-time income from it, right?
Correct. Yeah. The lady that I learned from on Etsy, she makes like several 100,000 a year in her pocket. Like I'm in her mastermind. She's in a school group and that lady's a monster, but she's super chill. And she started from nothing. And now she's done like 500,000 in Etsy, in like a couple years, not like 20 years later, like in 2 years or something, So
Hmm.
Oh,
it's possible to do, but you got to like go all in, like you got to learn everything, so
So
that's what remains like a side thing. So
E even Etsy requires, like, SEO
yes,
to
a lot.
okay.
Yeah, a little bit. You got to learn SEO, pictures, designs. It's more like a design thing. So
Yeah.
if you don't like making designs, Etsy's not for you. So
interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so now AIP, UGC, those are your
Mm-hmm.
two main
Main
Yes. My main
main.
sources of
squeezes.
income.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about that. So you got
Sure.
into Amazon influencer program um 2 years ago, no?
Yeah, like in 2024. Uh-huh.
2024,
Like
right?
June or July of 2024. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then what's kind of been your strategy when it comes to Amazon influencer program and growing it? Like from what it
Yeah.
was then to like what you do on a day-to-day now? Given like all the,
The
softwares that we
changes.
use like,
Oink and Viral
Keepa,
View. Yeah.
Oink,
Keepa.
um, VV,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. VV.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't yeah, I'm a Oink fan.
Yeah, no, I
I'm a
love
Oink guy.
Oink. I prefer Oink over
I'm
Viral
a
View,
Oink guy.
but
So on this
but
channel
they introduce,
we promote Oink.
yeah, yeah. Oink is amazing. If I had to pick one, I pick Oink. But I just like Viral View because I like that it sends a messages so fast. Like I can just go click, 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 click send, and done. Like
You
that's
can do that
if it
on
wasn't for that,
you can do that on Oink too.
yeah, but it's like, but you can't do it like in the creator connection page. That's the only. If they do that, like I'm canceling Viral View.
Oh, I
Like
see
the
what you're saying.
moment he does that, like Viral View is done for me. So that's the only reason why I have it.
It's
Because you
been
have
done
to
for
like
me.
search for stuff, which I do, but it's like I want to do it on creator connections right there.
Yeah, I got you, I
But
got you. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
so talk
man.
about when you started AIP,
Hmm.
kind of like your process, your workflow, and then how that's changed over the course of the last couple of years since you've grown it now, and then now you implement the strategy that you're implementing now.
Yeah. So I've never still to this day like made like a ton of money like on like on AIP. I was like on the low end and kind of like Ashley, that's why we would talk a lot. I'm like, like, how do you grow this thing? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't make any money. Like, I make like $300 every month and like, that's it. So once I learned about the extensions, that helped me a lot. So before the extensions, I was with my VA, like accepting all the campaigns on Creator Connections. So that helps a lot. Like, I don't have to do that. Um, Well, I started off like everybody else, just scanning everything in my house. I did every single thing, books, everything. I didn't have, oh, don't do these things. I did whatever. It was on Amazon, I did. So, and I still make money from those old videos still to this day. So I did everything, and then I just still like I just started getting a ton of stuff from Creator Connections. That's how I started with that. And my wife and I, especially my wife, because it was just free stuff. So she was just like all day, tick, 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 all day, tick, tick, you know? And I was like, yeah, like stop, like it's too much stuff, you know? So I didn't know it was ever going to slow down. I thought it was going to like still be like that. Now it's hard. You still get stuff, but it's not like before. Before you send a message and it was just like, you wake up in the morning, it was like this many messages.
Yeah, I
It
remember.
will be like, I'll be there, I promise you, for like an hour, just reply. And I would make templates. I had a notepad with like on, on the computer, like notepad app. And I had all my templates. We just copy paste, but I was like, well, yeah, it's so long to do. It's like, this is ridiculous. It's like, stop. So much stuff. So, but it was fun, because it was like, you get all this free stuff. And I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about that either. It's like, you save so much money from all this free stuff. Like, it's incredible. Like, so much stuff that you don't have to buy. Like, this was from Creator Connections. Like this was from Creator Connections. This thing, like so many things I have all around my house. My whole house is full of Amazon stuff. So in a good way. But yeah, so I still do that. My strategy still to this day is like get free stuff from Creator Connections, but what I changed is I sell a lot of it. So then as we started getting a lot of this stuff, yeah, we would keep it. My wife wanted it, I wanted it, stuff for the dog or whatever. But after a while, you're like, well, like how much, you don't need so many creams, so many shampoos, like, or so many headphones, So I was like, I don't need 5 headphones, so yeah, so I just started, I'm like, well, I'm a reseller. I'm just sell all the stuff on eBay. So I use a tool called Wow Lister, and it grabs the Amazon link, the whole listing, and it spits it onto eBay. And the pictures of the listing, everything. I don't do nothing. It takes like 5 seconds, and it spits it onto eBay. And I just lower the price. So if it's like $59 on Amazon, I'll list it for like 50, 47, like a little bit less. So people think, oh, it's cheaper, but it's the same thing. So, and I did open it and sort of use it. Not, I don't, if I use it, like I'm not like, squeezing a bunch of cream and putting it on my face and then like cleaning it up. I don't do that, but like if it's stuff we're going to use, we keep. But, for the most part, it's like you show it and you're done. So started selling it on eBay and it's been going well. Like I hate
So
Facebook
that stuff still
Marketplace.
sells?
So, huh?
It still sells, like, at that
Yeah.
price?
Yeah.
Man, I
It'll
think
sell.
losing
I
a lot
thought
of
so
money.
too. Yeah, man. I sell stuff for $70, $80, $50 all the time. All the time. Like I
I'm over
just
here
sold.
selling stuff for $10. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I sell
So
stuff
I'll be
for
like office
expensive
chair, I'll be
stuff.
like $10, just take
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it.
No,
Just to get rid
whatever.
of it, but people will pay more. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
and it's funny that I mean, it's a great tip that you just shared using
Mm,
WoW Lister. So
sure.
WOW Lister, right?
Uh-huh.
Because
WOW lister. It's free. Yep.
one of the if you're selling this stuff on eBay, right? So like if I have this microphone here and I want to sell it on eBay, you have to go into eBay. For those of you that don't know, then you
Uh-huh.
have to input like all the different details, the
Hmm.
title. There's other ways to do it, but it still takes
It's
time, right?
tedious. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
tedious.
it's tedious. With WoW Lister, it takes the listing from the Amazon listing once you're ready to list it, and it spits it onto
To
eBay,
eBay. Yeah.
and then you just publish it, and now you have a
Yep.
live listing,
So
and you
you
Hmm.
ship it
knew about that, Timo? The Wow Lister?
from Mike.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
should, that
I
that
just don't.
company should pay me because like I've told it to like everybody and I'm like, there's no affiliate link. And I'm like, dang it. Like I could have
You
made
should
some
send
money.
them
I'm
an
just
email,
kidding.
bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
should. And be like, yeah, I recommended you people a lot. So, but they're
Yeah,
good.
because
They're
send
like,
them my
that's
email.
where I
We'll
yeah,
link it down
saw.
here,
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, because it saves a lot of time.
it
I don't
does.
sell stuff on
Yeah.
eBay anymore, but it's just 'cause I'm not requesting as many free samples now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for people that do, that make a good chunk of income from
Yeah.
reselling stuff on eBay, that's a great tool to use for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would
You
love
can, I
that
make
tool.
several $1,000s from that thing. Huh?
Are you still
I would
sorry? Are
love
you
that tool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
actually
Um,
are you gonna ship stuff to customers?
no, okay, so I was doing it for a little bit. Back when we first met, yes, and and I did sell some things, but I had to drive 25 minutes to the post office. Then I learned later that I could have done free package
I was going
pickups.
to say you can do pickups. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that at first. And then I just thought, this is just ridiculous. And then also having to put all of the information like on
Yeah.
eBay was taking me
Yeah.
long. So like being able to
Mm.
do that, um, that would probably, I don't know, I might go back to like reselling stuff.
If
Yeah.
you
Because
have a
you still
lot of
generate
stuff,
some
it's
income
worth
from
it.
it, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
you still go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying like it's worth it. Like if you have a lot of stuff, but yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you still generate some income from selling something, that's still something that you actively do? It's easy money, it's like free money.
Are you asking
Oh.
me?
No, um,
Oh,
Mike.
Michael. Michael.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I still do it. Yeah, I would just dropped off a bunch of stuff yesterday. Like I have my VA do this thing called another tip for eBay is called sell similar. So it's like, let's say you have 50 things on eBay, they don't sell. Every week, I try to do it on Fridays because a lot of people buy on the weekends. You do sell similar where it ends all the listings and then it just adds them, like it refreshes the listing. So it's like you end them all and you list them back again. And it's just like a little tip that eBay sellers do. And it works. Like every time my VA does it, I'll get a bunch of sales. And I'm like, that thing's been there for like a month. And all of a sudden it's
It's like
sold
a
like the next day.
refresh of the
It's like a
listings.
refresh.
Ah, interesting.
Because on
Do you have
Amazon, you
to
don't need to do that. So
Right,
do you have
interesting.
yeah.
to let them know that you open the box once, to like maybe for the
No,
purpose of a review or
Open
no.
okay,
box.
so
Just
you
list it
just
as open
let the
box.
Amazon listing be on there through the WoW website and then ship it.
Yeah, I just put it as new. I never put it used open box, nothing. Because I mean, we literally like, well, like I just got this on Creator Connections. Like, I'm not even going to use it. I'm just going to like open it up, show it or whatever, and put it right back in. It's going to look just like this. So
I can never
yes,
get it to look just like that.
yeah. My wife
After
is
I've
pretty good at
opened
it, so
it
I
and
just
like,
give it to her. Yeah, me
this is
too. I'm
messed up.
bad at it. So I give it to my wife. I'm like, you make it nice. Just make it pretty nice. No, but I never get returns. Never, ever, ever get
Interesting,
returns. Yeah,
That's
you don't
interesting.
get
nice.
returns.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
it's
always when I did was doing, I was okay. I opened the box, so I'm gonna just listen to this open box, just to kind of CYA, just kind of cover my,
yeah, 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 yeah.
um,
I thought the
just because
same,
I
but I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to you, and
yeah,
I
and then
just
it's
do it.
eBay. It's like you don't really care about the account. I just make
Yeah,
another account if there's any issue.
exactly. Yeah, like I don't care about eBay. I mean, I do, but it's like
Yeah.
everybody knows
So
that it's eBay, so it's like, hey, so
go ahead, Ash, go ahead.
I have questions about your can we move on to UGC?
sure, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
whatever you
have
guys. I'm here.
questions.
I'm
Oh
here as
wait,
long as you
well,
guys
were
need
you
me. I'm
done?
not in a rush.
I was gonna ask him, what does he kind of do now? Like, how's he like? Are you still doing career connections? Still
Oh,
requesting free
Yeah, yeah. I'll
product?
run through that real quick. Yeah, I still do creator
Hold on to
connections. You
that,
know that
Ash.
okay.
they don't message us that much. I mean, I still get messages, but not as much. So I don't focus on it like as much because it's even my wife and I, we just got discouraged. We're sending so many messages and we got like 2 messages out of like 50. And I'm like, I don't got time to be sending 100 messages and get like 2 messages back, So I do it,
Oh wow,
but it's
that's
like,
bad.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the math is like that, but it's bad. Like it
It's a
sucks. Like
saturation. It's been
it's a
so saturated
saturation.
because
It's
you
just
have like
saturated.
you have a lot of people in the space that are promoting, oh, get free products, get free products. So people
Mm,
join just to get the free products, right? They don't really join to like to make money. Well, you
yeah.
might join to make money, but free products, free products. This is how you get free
Hmm.
products, right? So
Yeah.
I
I don't.
mean,
Yeah, I don't
that's
like that marketing tactic. Yeah, it's you get free stuff. I get free stuff all the time, but I've been doing it for 2 years. Like, and I have
yeah.
brands reaching out to me, and you get message on Instagram and Facebook, and so. But that's after a while. It's not like day one. It takes a while. So I wouldn't get anything for free for the longest time. I'm only getting people like I got emails. I'm like, what emails? Who's emailing you? How are they emailing you? Like now I get emails almost every day. But I also but that's another thing too. I charge everybody. So like I know people have this thing with the free samples. Just charge them. Like you don't. I have a 3 point rule. Like either I either if I get an email from a brand, if I want it, like I want it, like it's like a thing I want, I will take it, and I'll still ask them if they're gonna pay me. But if they don't pay me, I care. I don't want it. So like let's say these headphones break and they're offering me headphones. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna spend $50 on headphones, free. Cool. I don't want it. The number two, can I resell it? So sometimes it'll be the most randomest thing, and I'm like, I don't even know what the heck that thing is, but it's selling 1,000 a month on Amazon and it's going for $80 or 70 or 50, whatever. I'm like, cool. Give it to me because I'm going to sell it on eBay as soon as I'm done with the video. So, and then number three, if either of those two don't come into play, you got to pay me. Oh, we don't have a budget. I'm like, you don't have a budget? You have a product on Amazon that you're selling and you're probably getting paid to email me, but you don't have a budget. I'm like, vete pa, go somewhere. So I'm like, no, bro. So I'm like, yeah, bye. I don't do free, I only do free if I want it or if I can sell it. That's it. I don't
Bro,
do
I
free.
haven't. They email me, but they don't like what I always have to say because I charge at least $100. I charge if it's
Yeah.
something like they're trying to send me a TV stand just this morning or the yesterday. like a TV stand. They're like, "Oh, can you do an unboxing and installation process?" And I go, "Okay, well, what's the budget?" And they go, "Oh, we wanted to
Five
do it in
dollars.
exchange for 25% commission on Creator Connections."
Yeah.
I said, no. It's gonna be a $250 fee, and if that doesn't work for you, I'm sorry, go find someone else."
Yeah.
"Oh, can you do $10?" I
Yeah,
said,
can you $10? Yeah, because 'cause they're
"Blocks?
Really?
agents,
I hate
and
that.
that's what they
Blocks?"
get paid.
$10.
Yeah, but you know why? Because those agents, like, they're all like, mostly Chinese, India, whatever, and the brand is giving them whatever budget, and, like, they make, like, $10, you know? So they're like, "Well, I'll give you 5, I'll split the money," you know? Like, they get nothing from that. So it's like, "Oh, bro, like, get out of here," you
So,
know?
if
So
you're watching this and you're listening, charge brands
charge.
for your time. Unless, like Mike said, it's something that you want. If it's something you want, by all
Yeah.
means, if you can resell it and make money that way, by all means.
Mhm.
But value your time because these
Mhm.
brands do not value your time and they're not willing to pay.
Yeah,
So
they don't
it's
care.
very important that you guys um understand that because you can spend a lot of time reviewing products for these sellers. They make money off of you, but when are you going to get compensated, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
guard your time. Your time is valuable in this space.
Yeah,
So
exactly. 100%.
so excuse me. So now what you're doing, so you're still looking to grow AIP, right? That's still
Yeah.
something that you do on a day to
Mhm.
day.
Yeah.
Um, are you doing any product research, like purchasing
That was my
products?
next question. I
Mm,
know
I
you're
tried it.
experimenting with it, right?
Yeah, I tried it and I sold like nothing. Like I'm on the list, I'm on the carousel and like it doesn't sell. And then just like
Is
I
it
think Timo
supplements?
mentioned it once where like you bought something and then like the next week there was already people there. I think you had mentioned it or someone mentioned it. I heard it
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's one of the things that me and Ashley are finding.
Mhm.
And the main issue is the storefront stocking with Viral
Mhm.
View, which is
Yeah.
one of the features I don't like from Viral View is why are you allowing other people to see the carousels and the placement um when like the whole way that the entire way we make money in this program is when a product is selling and the carousel there you're just the only one on it.
Yeah.
By other having other people look at your storefront and seeing,
Where you're at.
that there's
Yeah,
a seeing where you're
you
at,
just do it. You buy their stuff. Yeah.
to buy their stuff, and then you just, so one of the issues that me and Ashley are finding is it's very easy for somebody just to do that, right? Okay, you're
Yeah.
buying all this stuff. I know you're buying it because you're the only one on it, and the brand ain't sending samples. Well, if we all have the OINC calculator to look at, and the OINC calculator is telling us, even if Mike is on, even if I buy it and come on, I could still share a slice of that pie,
Mhm.
right? So one of the things that me and Ashley started doing is we started, well, maybe we won't share exactly what we're doing, but
No, it's okay. Yeah, no, I know.
we started
Yeah.
moving away from the lower hanging fruit
Yeah.
and start looking for opportunities where nobody's looking. Even if they look at it, they're gonna be like, why did they even purchase this product? So
Yeah.
because we have experience with Keepa, right? We know
Mhm.
certain features, not to get into too much detail, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How the whole process, and we talked about this.
Mhm.
But you kind of have to find your edge, especially in this
You
product
got
research,
to.
because now you're investing money into this, kind of like me and Ashley have done with Airbnbs. Or now you're investing money into products, and there is no guarantee that money's going to come back, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
there's that
Yeah.
risk. So
Is that risk.
we moved away
Mhm.
from supplements. We don't even touch those anymore.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So uh,
Well, wait, okay.
AIP.
When we
Go ahead.
get
Go
to
ahead, Ashley.
supplements, the same person, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna
No,
name
it's
any names,
cool.
but the same
Go for it.
person just ends up in our carousels. It
Oh,
just
no.
so
They're probably watching this
obviously
too. But see,
Yeah,
here's
they're
the
probably
thing.
watching you guys. Yeah, they
Here's
probably
the thing
have their,
though.
like, a book. I
Two,
bookmark people. I'm not gonna lie, like, not you guys,
two
but I
can play
have
this
people
game though, right?
bookmarked, you know?
Two
Huh?
can play this game.
Yeah.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
I know
yeah,
exactly. I'll have my VA go through all your storefront, give me a
yeah,
I'm
list
gonna
of everything
find
that I
you.
know is making you money, right?
yeah,
But at the end of the day, it's like, what are we doing, right?
Yeah.
You have to think two steps ahead. You
right.
have to
Yes.
be two steps ahead in this business, right? Because
Mhm.
the saturation is really it's I don't say it's becoming a problem, but at some point there's going to come a time where creator connections is not growing as much as it is today,
Yeah.
right? When that time comes, when creator connections hits a peak, at some point it's going to happen. I don't know when it'll happen, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
When creator connections hits that peak, right? Now you're going to have the same more people chasing these products, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So these products are going to get even more saturated.
Yeah.
So you really start having you start you have to start thinking about like different ways to outsmart, outwork, and stay
Mhm.
2 steps ahead of your competition. And doing things that no one is doing or even looking at, right? And that's
Exactly.
one of the things that me and Ashley spend a lot of time doing with Nikki also. Nikki,
Yeah.
shout out to Nikki Freight. You know, to because we, this is our full time income, so we're trying to keep
Mm.
that same level, or like we do. We're trying to keep growing it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. Thank you for sharing that. So
Oh, my
now I
pleasure.
want to get into UGC, right? Because I know UGC
Yes.
is a big part of your income, and
Yes.
your strategies are a little different from some of the people that we've had on with UGC, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So, really quick, how did you learn about doing UGC? And then kind of like what what are you doing now? Like, how are you finding these collaborations, these retainers? How are you getting this brand to pay
Yeah.
you to make content for them?
Okay. So I wish I had, honestly, I wish I had retainers. I'm not there yet, but well, I have one, but it's not that much. But so long story short, I could do like the whole podcast on this, but I'll be quick. I talk a lot, as you can see.
Yeah, you're good. You're
um,
good. I'm sure everyone would want to hear
yeah.
what you're doing.
So
Yeah, for
as
sure.
I was doing Amazon influencer, just like all of us, you start looking at other stuff. You're like Canada, UK, YouTube, Facebook groups, all the things, Then I found when I was doing Etsy, well, I still do Etsy, but there's a lady that does it named Leslie. And then when I went on her Instagram, she was doing UGC, but I didn't know what UGC even stood for. I'm like, what does UGC mean? What does that even mean? It means user generated content, but I didn't know what it meant. And I'm like, I thought this lady does Etsy. Why is she doing like all these videos? What is going on? So I didn't understand what was going on. So then she was doing like a course, and then I started messaging her. I'm like, "What the heck are you doing?" And then she's like, "Oh, I get all this money from all these brands." And she was making like 15,000 a month, 20,000 a month, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" So I'm like, "What the heck are you?" I'm doing videos like you're doing videos, but you're making a whole lot more than me. So I don't. I want to do what you're doing. So then she had a course that she still has it, and then a paid content creator academy, I think it's called. And I joined. I was one of the first people, or the first cohort or group to join. It was very nice. I really liked the course because it's a course with videos, but you also have like these trainings, like videos, like one-on-ones with her and the group. And then it's like homeworks, but it was like a college class. Like it was heavy. Like it was a lot of content, a lot to learn. It was like a water hose, a lot of information. So that was the only like down thing I didn't like about the course, but I learned a lot about it. Plus, you have the videos you can just watch what you didn't get. So I started learning about it. And she teaches her method is a lot of like going on platforms and also getting brand deals. So just like we get emails from brands to work with them or whatever, there's platforms where these brands are putting up videos like and I'm not like trying to gatekeep anything, but like websites like Fiverr. Fiverr, they hire you, but Upwork has jobs literally like all day long. You just type UGC into search. It's pages and pages and pages of jobs. Some are horrible jobs, some are pretty good, so it's a mixed bag. Some are like $5 jobs, some are $300 jobs, $400 jobs, So there's Upwork, there's Fiverr, there's a gazillion other websites. There's Join Brands, there's Billo, there's Coley, there's tons of websites. So all these sites have jobs and they need creators like us to make videos for their brand. So it's basically like doing these Amazon review videos where like they send you the product. It's the same process. Like they give you your address, they send you the product, same thing. You don't buy it. Join brands, you do have to buy it and then you get reimbursed. So if you get scared, like I have it over here in the closet. I paid 800 something for a computer, for like a all-in-one computer. They only pay me like $80, but I'm going to sell the computer, but I got all that money back. And I just deposited it yesterday in my bank account. I was like, well, it's nice. I got a free computer. So so I can either keep it or sell it. But point is, like, just like Amazon, you get free stuff, you make the video for it. The only difference with Amazon influencer with these jobs is they're more picky. Like they you have to say a script or you have to do like scenes. So if you ever go on Instagram and you're just scrolling or on TikTok and you see like ads for products or services or a restaurant or whatever, all those little cool cuts where like the person's walking and all of that, that's UGC. Or if they're doing like a skit where like they're here and the other person's here and they're switching the screen, that's UGC. All those, they're just ads. All you're basically doing is you're an actor and you're making commercials for social media. Long story short, you're making little mini itty bitty commercials for social media for these brands because they can't pay Kim Kardashian and Johnny Depp, $50 million to do their commercial. And and it seems fake because if insert famous person's name, they're doing a commercial, like they got paid for that, like they're gonna say whatever. They're gonna throw the thing in the garbage, and they go, "Yeah, where's my $20,000 check?" Like they don't care, So, but us, we're just Joe Schmo, like we're just some guy, some lady. So we're more believable because we don't even know who we are. They're like, "Oh, that lady said that, so nice," and we're cheaper because you can pay us like 100, $200 to do a video, and that's cheaper for the brand than paying famous influencer that has 300,000 followers, and they're going to charge you like $5,000 for a video, and people will pay that much. That those are real rates. Like people will pay crazy amounts of money for videos. So, so if they get like cheaper people, you have less money to spend. Like you can spread your money out more, and you have more ads from different types of people: black people, white people, Latino people, Chinese people, women, male, older people. Like you can you can play around more with the ads. You can get different ads. Maybe I do a video, and then Timo does, and Ashley does, and they're all different. And then maybe each one does different sales. Maybe my video sucks and Timo's is really good and his gets a lot of sales. So they experiment a lot. So there's a lot of UGC because all these brands want UGC. They all want ads, but now it's cheaper because everybody's doing it. So then, the price goes down, supply and demand. So there's a lot of demand and there's a lot of supply. So the price is not that crazy. So before it was just like famous people, like they wanted you to make a video to put, and that's the beauty about UGC. You don't need a following. It helps if you have a following. It really does. I hate when people say like, you don't need a following. You don't need nothing. You do, because they always ask you like, what's your Instagram? So I'm like, well, I do need a following. I need a page, you know? So it's good to have something. You don't need like a number per se. You don't need like, you need 50,000 followers. You can have one follower. It doesn't matter, but it's good to have social media. And then you give them, it's like you're making digital content and you sell it to them. So you make this video and it's theirs. Like they have the rights to it, but you have to negotiate the price and all of that. So, you got to see how long is the video? What is the negotiation? How long is it? What do you guys want? Just like with Amazon influence, I've learned sometimes they want you to like, I'm gonna get a contract soon. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. They said they're gonna send it to me to install like these blackout blinds on like, in my bedroom. And then it's like all electronic and it like goes up like this and it goes down and it blacks out your whole room, which is super cool. But, like I have to install it. I don't know how to do that. So I have to pay somebody to install it. So I have to talk to them and be like, hey, this is probably gonna cost like $100. You got to pay for it because I'm not gonna pay for it. So, and I've done that with brands before. I'm like, they wanted me to install a thermostat. And I'm like, I don't know how to install the thermostat. If you pay for the installation, I will gladly do the video, but I'm not gonna get myself electrocuted to install the thermostat. So,
Oh, that's kinda cool. I could have accepted
so
that toilet then, because I didn't know how
yeah.
to install the toilet, but I really
I,
wanted that toilet.
oh, you pay for it. Tell them to pay for it. Even if it's $100 to install it, be like, you give me 50, and you $50, you got a toilet, like whatever. I did that once. I got a $800 bike and I had to pay a guy $80 to fix it because I didn't know how to, I tried to put it together and I couldn't. And then the guy, I'm in Miami, so everybody's Cuban. So this nice older Cuban guy came, he fixed that thing up, boom, 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 in like 40 minutes. I was like, wait, how'd you do that? He's like, oh, I've been doing this for a long time. $80. I'm like, oh, $80 for a bike. So it's an electric, beautiful bike. I love it.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
yeah.
So with these UGC videos, are you making the content and then posting it to your social media, or are you making the content and giving it to the sellers that wanted you to make this content?
I do both. So
Both. Okay.
I didn't do it before because I was like, well, I just gave him the video. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I don't really use my Instagram for like reselling much anymore because I'm not like a guru. I'm not selling a course or whatever. So I was like, well, I can just use my Instagram. I'll just post my examples. So when people say, can I see your Instagram? They see like 15 examples and they're like, oh, okay. So I said, so I would, I just post everything unless the brand tells you you cannot post it. But 99% of the time you can. Like they don't care. So
Okay.
yeah, so I always
Um,
post it most of the
have
time.
you have you seen the people that are doing what they're calling 7-second reels, and they're basically
Yes,
starting Instagrams for other brands and just posting 7-second reels? What are your thoughts on that?
I want to do that. So I saw I saw
Okay.
your other podcast.
Yeah,
With Giselle, I think
Giselle.
her name. She's
Yes.
awesome. I actually, after I saw the podcast, I messaged her. She actually lives like in Miami too. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, so I messaged her and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, 305 people. This is cool. So I started chatting with her. So I'm learning more about that because I want to do that. And my wife is really, she does UGC also. Like I got her into it. We took the same course. We learned a lot. So, but I usually get hired more because I'm a guy and like a lot, it's usually like a lot of like younger, pretty women that do a lot of UGC because, pretty
Mhm.
sells. But I'm a guy. So like most guys don't do UGC. Like they don't care. So they always want men. And then they're like, oh, you're a guy. Great. And I also speak Spanish. So Spanish helps. My wife also speaks Spanish. She speaks better Spanish than me. So I always give her the Spanish videos. But I was when I learned that from Giselle, I was like, "Oh snap, like I want to do that. Like just like I could do it. Like we do it. And we don't do videos like that. We do like more. I'm not saying what she's doing is not easy or whatever, but what I'm doing is like more complex. I'm sure she has a script and stuff, but these are like more of a pain in the butt to make these videos. It's like one. She's doing like a lot. So
No,
but still
your
it's
videos are very intricate,
oh thank
and
you.
you can see that you're very good with editing your videos. And I
Yeah, I
think
had to
that
learn that too. Yeah.
you had to learn that. Did you learn that from a course, or did you learn that just YouTube studying tutorials?
The course that I took, she didn't go too much into CapCut. I was like, she would say, "Oh, learn CapCut." I'm like, "What the heck is CapCut? I don't know what CapCut
Right.
is." So I never used it for Amazon Influencer. I would just record, and that's it. So I just started pressing buttons and I'm just watching YouTube videos, and I still don't know a lot. Like I see some creators like on Instagram. I'm like, they do like movies, and I'm like, how did you do that? Like I don't know. Like you could do it
Yeah.
in CapCut, but it's hard. It's like 15 things you have to do on the clip, and then it could do the thing. Where like they're like there's like a clone effect. There's like words over
Yeah.
your head. There's so many cool things you can do, but honestly, UGC, like none of them want that. They don't want it. They just want
Oh,
it's the easiest thing in the world. So
they don't
I
want that?
they don't. No. They want it like the easiest, simplest thing ever. Because I've learned this over doing so many jobs. Like they always say, "Oh, we have an editor. Like we just want the raw file." So I learned all these terms from the course. So I was like, "What the heck is a raw file? Like, isn't it just a file? Like, why is it raw? Like, what does that mean?" So a
Just
raw
your
file,
video.
it's just a video. It's just me talking. That's a raw file. They don't want me to cut it, edit it, splice it, pictures, words, nothing. Because they have an editor that will do all those, like they want it how they want it. So if I do it, they're going to be like, we don't want it like that. And then on top of that, if I send it to them edited, they can't, like in CapCut, you can't edit an edited file. Like once you export the file, you put it back into CapCut. Let's say it has caption down here
Yeah.
and I export it, I can't delete those captions. Like they're there. It's
Right.
like glue, like it's stuck to the video. So they don't want me to edit it because then it's a mess. So they want it just plain, and then they do whatever they feel like doing. They usually put
And
like those weird AI clips in the middle of like a lady writing or like a lady doing like this, like a person
yeah,
walking, like those weird little clips. They
the
want to
little
do all those
keyboard
things.
typing.
Yeah, the little keyboards, or putting up tape on a box. Yeah, all of that. They want to do that. So they never ask me for that. More and more, they just want raw clips. Or they
That's
want B-roll.
very
Yeah,
valuable to
Easier.
know because
it's
there's a
easy.
lot of
Yeah.
people that want to do UGC, but the editing is what stops them. And none
Yes.
of the courses show you how to edit properly. Like,
No, because it's
commercial
hard. It's
side.
it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yes. And so, okay. And then I think a lot of people want to be able to just, if they do have to do these extreme edits, do it through their phone and not on a computer.
Yes,
And
you can do
most of the
both. Yeah,
tutorials on YouTube are computer tutorials. So,
yeah. I use my phone a lot. I mainly edit CapCut on my phone unless it's like a lot of clips. Like I've done videos where I have to do like 7, 8 B-roll clips, and then I don't want to be like on my phone like pressing so many buttons, so I just do it on my computer. I put them all into CapCut and then I just drag them, and it's nicer. But if it's like
It's
one
easier,
clip,
huh? I feel like the
it's
desktop is easier when you're doing
when it's a
edits like
lot.
when it's
Yeah,
a
if
lot.
if it's
Yeah.
just like a quick thing, like you're cutting the beginning and the end or whatever, or just like cutting some little parts, you just put click, 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 and you're done in like
But
five
when you're
minutes.
adding
It's really fast.
like you said, different overlays and stuff like that, it's easier on
Yes,
the
it's easier on the computer because you can move things around. Like it's nicer. But CapCut's UI, like their user interface, I don't really like it, but it's the best.
it's a
It
little
is what it is.
complicated sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little complicated. Yeah, but you don't
So,
have to do
you
these crazy edits. Yeah.
right,
oh,
that makes it
that's very
easier.
refreshing.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't
Yeah.
have to.
So you're getting most of your, collaborations from Fiverr? Is that where
No,
or you're
so
getting them from, like, some of these different, websites
yes,
or softwares?
So what I'm trying to do this year is more to do social media. So I've done coaching and I've learned a lot of stuff too. So I'll just give you the secrets, you know. So Fiverr's like the best one basically, but I have some gigs on Fiverr. I need to improve my gigs, but there's so many websites. Like there isn't like a Fiverr's like probably the best one. I get most of my work from Upwork, which is a lot of people don't like Upwork. I really like Upwork because there's a lot of work on Upwork, and people would just message you. It's not the most expensive of gigs. Like usually it's like 100, $200, 150. Most people charge like two, 300, like 200 and up. But I'm cool with the 100, 150, 90, 80 sometimes because it's easy. It's like, so when I was a teacher, I would make like $140 in a whole day. Like, a whole day of work plus driving to and fro. It's like 9+ hours. It's like maybe 140, $150. I can do $100 in like 45 minutes. So I'm like, all I have to do is record this dumb thing and just do it on my phone and I make $100. I'm like, I'll do that all day long. Like, no problem, So I have no problem doing that. So, so you can do that. On X, there's a lot of agencies that they're out there and they've posted a lot of jobs. And once you get into X and Reddit's another one, but the main one is X. Every big creator I speak to, they're like, "Are you on X?" And I'm like, not really. Like I am, but like I'm not like that big on there." And they're like, That's where the money is." So X is where all these people are on there, and you just start applying for jobs. You have to post. You get involved into the creator community on X, and that's where like all these people are making like tons of money, like $300-400 a job. Making 5, 6, 7,
Interesting.
8,000 a month, on there. So yeah, but there's a lot of platforms. There's Join Brands, there's Coley, there's Incense. I'm not in that one, but I've heard there's that one. My main ones are Upwork, Join Brands, Collabster, Coley. I just got like 2 jobs on there. Um, I got one job in this one called Influee, but I apply a lot and I got one job. And then there's one called Billo, which is pretty good too. I get a bunch of jobs on Billo. I really like Billo. So they're pretty easy. Like sometimes they're like 40,
Seems like there's
$50, but you can do them like this, like super fast.
seems like there's a lot of opportunity
There's
with
a lot.
UGC.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
And
And
I
it's not
heard a
slowing
lot
down. So
I heard a lot of good things about SideShift. And is
yes.
it Evo? Evo?
Evo is one that Giselle mentioned from the previous
Yeah.
one. I looked into it. I just have to try it. It's $200 to pay. SideShift is free. I have my wife applying on there because I want her to get something on there too. So yeah, that's another opportunity, but that's different because it's UGC, but it's like a different style. It's like
Evo is?
Evo and SideShift because you're pumping out like videos. It's just like 30 videos a month. Like when I first saw it, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not doing that because I was like, it was like 30 videos a month for like $200 or something. Like I can charge for one video $200. Like why would I do 30? Like that's stupid, Like, but
oh,
talking to a couple people, they're like, oh no, this takes like seconds to do, and I'm like, oh, okay, well then I can do 30 videos for $200. So then it's like, if I can do 30 videos in like a few hours, or even if it takes me a day, or even a day and a half, like I split into 2 days, I'm like 15 videos a day. I'm like, I could do that. I could just knock them out, you know. So but I want to try it. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't
Interesting.
know what it is, but I know people are making good money with that. So I'm like, you know.
yeah.
So it's just like everything. There's different ways you can do it. The way that I like doing it, how I'm doing it because the pay is good. Like, I've been paid $250 to literally, I had to drive to like the mini airport that was near my house. And it was like it's not private, but it's an airport, like not a big one, not Miami International.
Municipal?
Huh?
Like a municipal airport? A smaller one?
Yeah, it's like a private jet airport. Like there's
Oh, okay.
facilities to study and stuff, and there's like pilots that go there to learn, and there's like smaller little planes, and they fly them. Like little planes, not like a 737 or
Yeah.
whatever. So then I went there, and the person was like, "You just have to have a plane in the background, and you stand here with the plane in the background, and you just read a script." And I got paid $250 to just read words with a
It's actually pretty
plane.
dope.
But it was funny
Wait,
too, because I had to like park my car and I got like my tripod and I'm looking around because I'm like some weirdo with a tripod, like standing here talking. So they're gonna be like, "What is this guy doing?" So I just knocked it out. I packed my stuff and I went home. The guys, "Oh, we loved it," and they sent me $250. I'm like, that took like 20 minutes to do. So, and
oh,
like 10 minutes of editing or something. So it was like 30, 40 minutes of work. So, which
so
That's
is
pretty
great.
when
cool.
you said that they just wanted you to read a script, what
Hmm.
exactly do you mean by that? Like, is the wording on your phone and you're
Yes.
reading it, or
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's an app called Teleprompter. It's free, and you just go to App Store, Android, whatever, Teleprompter. You copy paste the words into the teleprompter, and it just scrolls up like this. And then
And that is that what you do for all of your UGC stuff?
yeah, hmm yeah.
Okay.
For the
You said
most part, sometimes I improvise if they let me. Usually they have a script, like they give you the words to say. So they don't want you to say what you want to say. But I don't care. It's like I'll read your words. It's
Just read
easier
it,
for
yeah.
me. So it's like I
yeah,
just gotta
because
read
I
words.
wasn't sure how that works because if they were to say, "I'm gonna give you a script," what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to memorize it every
No,
couple
I thought that
sentences.
too. I thought the same thing. I'm like, how do I memorize like all of this? Like I can't.
Yeah,
Sometimes you can do it with the teleprompter, but you gotta learn how to do it because if you do like this, like you're reading like this, like your eyes are moving like this, they
yeah.
notice it. So I wait till the words are like around here and I just
Mhm.
look here, and I just read, and I just
And you
I
do you
just as
smile
it
and have
scrolls, I
like
read.
a
Yeah, I just smile. I'm like blah 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 blah. And I'm just reading the words that are coming up. If I mess up, then I go or like I literally like I say the wrong word. I'm like, and I delete it and I start again. That's the only thing that's like pain in the butt. But
right.
once you do it enough, it's easy. Like it's really
So
Becomes
you
easy.
easier.
can't, like, make a mistake, then put it into CapCut and just, like, take out that mistake?
You could. You could do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Or what my wife likes to do, she likes to do takes. So she'll go take one and then she reads like a bit and then she stops and then she does take
That's what
two.
I like to
She
do.
reads. Yeah. She does it in
Because
takes. And I'm like, why are
if
you
I'm
doing
reading
takes?
something, it's obvious, but if I
Yeah.
memorize it, it comes across a lot smoother. So then what she
Yeah.
does is she does her different takes, and then she'll put it in CapCut and just put it together, then send that. That's the way that I
But she does the takes with the teleprompter because she says like
Oh,
it's hard for her to read like all of it like naturally. Like me, I can read it the whole way. I just knock it out. And they're like, it was amazing. I'm like, okay, like I did it by first take, like whatever, So I'm glad you like it. But my wife likes to do it in pieces. She'll break it up to like 5 videos, and then she'll
okay.
put it together in CapCut, cut, any little beginning or ending, and it flows. You just
Mhm.
like can't move. So you don't want to be like here in the video, and then your head's like here, and then you're here, and then you're here. So you
Right.
kind of like how you are in your video right now. You want to like stay there, like don't move,
Right.
and then just knock it out, and then
Okay.
you clip it together and you're done. Most of the time, UGC is talking. Those are called talking head videos. That's most of the time what it is. Like
Interesting.
50, 60% of the time, it's just reading scripts. I
It's
did
not
one
hard.
yesterday, $100. I just had to read a script. I did it my first try, and I just read it, and I was done. So, yeah, so
Nice.
it's easy.
Interesting. So I got 2 questions, so before we wrap
Sure.
this up, because we
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
getting to that hour and a half mark. So, with AI, right, there's
Yes.
all this talk about that AI is gonna be the new type of, a new way for brands to generate ads or avatars
Mm-hmm.
without having to pay influencers or
Mhm.
UGC creators all this money, right? You
Mm-hmm.
think in your experience and what you've seen, right? Do you think that this is a real threat to real people creating content? Kind of like you see Amazon influencer. Kind of want to know your take on that.
Yeah, I thought about that a lot, and I was even literally like yesterday, or the day before, I was like, how much do people pay like to do AI videos? So something I thought about and I came to a conclusion. This is my opinion. So looking on Fiverr, the people that mainly do AI videos are like people from India,
Mhm.
Pakistan, other countries that's not USA. And they pay 20, $30 a video, whatever. Cool. Beautiful videos. They do a great job. But as you know, America's like the biggest, one of the, not the biggest economies in the world. So they want Americans on the videos, right? So let's be real. Like if an American white person saw an Indian or a Chinese or a Pakistani with their accent talking doing a video, they're gonna be like click, and they're just gonna flip off, flick off. Like they're not even gonna care whether it's race. Is not. It is the truth. Like it is what it is. Like they want to see white people, black people, brown people talking English. Like that's what they want. So coming to that conclusion, like yeah, AI does work. There's AI every time I'm scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, I see AI videos. Most of the time, they're like they look fake, and even if they're real, like it's hard because these platforms are gonna have to like eventually like monitor that because I hear some
Yeah.
claims sometimes on these videos. I'm like, that's a bunch of nonsense. Like they're straight up lying, but it's AI. So it's like they can do whatever they want, like nobody's checking what they're saying. And it's not like you can't sue the AI. Like if I say something crazy, like you can make $1 million next month, sports gambling, like I can get sued. But the AI says it, like they're going to sue the AI, so they can say whatever they want. Nobody gets in trouble until everybody starts getting in trouble. So I think that's a problem. People are gonna. I think, this is my opinion. I think people are gonna, even though AI is gonna look 100% real, people are gonna see through it, and it's gonna be either so fake that people just be like, "I want like a real human being to do that." Like they get tired of seeing AI. Though I think AI works for some things because like there's things that AI can do that I can't do. Like there's some graphic technical stuff. Like these images and animations that like a human being can't do, like physically can't do it, like it could do cool stuff like in movies, so you can't do that. Like I'm not going to make a movie. I'm not Marvel or Disney or something. So like it could do that, but I think there's that too. Like people are just going to get tired of it. But to come to the real world scenario of it, if that were true, I would have less work as a UGC creator, and all I see are people just getting a lot of work. And every time I go on these platforms, there's more work. So I'm like, if AI is taking over, why is there so much work for UGC creators? And everybody's desperate for UGC creators, like all over the place. You go to X, just go to X and type UGC creator, and it's just like job, 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 constantly. Every day there's jobs. So I'm like, oh, if AI was taking over, like there shouldn't be any jobs. So if there's jobs, that means that either AI doesn't convert as well or it's not there yet. But for whatever reason, people want human beings still doing these videos. So I'm still getting paid. It's like if in a year from now AI kills UGC, whatever. But right now it's still working. I don't think it will because the human aspect you can't duplicate that unless it gets to the point where it's like you know
I think
like it
I
can
think
get
with
there. But I don't
AI,
know.
I
I
think
don't
with
know.
like some of these videos, they're too perfect.
Yeah, they're
Like I
too
think
perfect. Yeah.
when you eliminate the human aspect of it, because humans connect with humans, right?
Yes.
Is how we've been for millions of years.
Yeah.
And I think even through a screen, people can see right through it,
Yeah.
right?
It looks too
And I
fake.
think it's
Like
just too
too
perfect.
perfect. It's too
It's fake.
perfect.
It's too
Yeah.
perfect, and people like messy. That's why I think Amazon review videos do so good or TikTok shop videos do so good is because we connect on a human level, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
You said it
Right.
better.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I like that.
AI might be good for other type of videos, like maybe some kind of entertaining videos or whatever.
Yeah. Like some
But I
dumb
think when
videos
it
are
comes,
funny. They're hilarious,
yeah, but
but
I think when it comes to promoting a product or creating a shop video for the other person on the other side of the screen to see, that can hopefully buy it, I think you're always going to need that human aspect, like the ums and the uhs
yeah,
and the
it's real. Yeah.
like an actual real human because people see right through that.
Yeah,
So
that's why Amazon
yeah,
influencer works, because they
Yeah.
want to
that's why it
see it,
works.
and that's another thing too. Like, how does the AI like hold a product, open it up, show it to you? Like, it can't do that. Like, it can maybe hold it like this, like a picture, but it can't like open it, put it on, test it. Like, it can't do that,
And share
or like
that
taste it.
real life and share a real life usage experience, right? Like
Hmm.
you use it every day, so you can talk on like your experience with it and some of the things you don't like, some of the things you like, things that we want to know, right? Oh,
Yeah,
you know what? There's these earphones. They make my ear sweat, or my ears are too big, so they or weird shape, so they kind of don't sit over my ear. Stuff like that. Like AI just won't be able to replicate because it's not a real, it's not a real, it's not a real
It's not
human.
authentic.
It's not
yeah. It's not
authentic.
authentic. It looks
There's no
fake. Yeah,
experience there. Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, yeah, I agree with that. I think
yeah,
it's
man.
AI is good for other things,
Yeah, I think it's
in
great,
this
but
content
I
world,
don't.
but I think for replicating or for doing what we do, I don't think it is. So,
Yeah,
um, Ashley, you have anything else?
No, not no.
Okay.
But if I think of it, I'm gonna hit you up on your
yeah,
Instagram.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
Message
will
for
me.
share
Yeah,
sure.
your Instagram here, on the
yeah. Thank
YouTube,
you.
so you
So,
can
one
there.
question I'd like to ask everyone that comes on here is,
Sure.
you're a professional and you are a teacher and you spent a lot of years working in that profession.
Hmm.
And given how demanding that job was with your time, with your energy, to making the jump, that leap of faith and betting on yourself and doing what you do now, how has that decision to make the jump into creating content, getting comfortable on camera, how has that changed your life? Like, if you compare it to how your life was prior to all this? Like, in what ways has it changed for yourself and for your wife? Because I know you
Yeah.
say your wife does this too.
Yeah, we always do everything together. She likes to do all the entrepreneurial stuff. But yeah, it's been a blessing because I'm able to be home with my family, which is what I want to do. Like teaching, you have a lot of days off and you come home like at 4. It's not that bad, but still like you're still away from your family. If my wife needs me, when I was a teacher, my wife had a newborn and she would call me sometimes for stuff and it's like I'm at work. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, oh, he has a fever. You gotta figure it out because I can't leave. I'm stuck here, like I'm chained. What am I gonna do? Like I can't like leave the class and give him a Tylenol. Like I can't. There's nothing I can do. So so it's better that I'm at home and get to be with her. Changed my life in that I never thought I would do videos until I started doing Amazon influencer, and I was like, oh, I like this. Like I didn't know it was a thing, but I guess being a teacher helped me a lot because I was always in front of people. So that shyness of like, oh, my face, I'm scared. Like I'm in front of like a bunch of teenagers and young kids. Like it's straight up. Like, they're very like straight to you. At least here in Miami, it is what it is. And, it's tough, so you have to be like very tough skin and like talk to you're presenting basically in front of people like every day for 10 years. Like you get over the camera shy. Oh, I'm shy, get shy. Like I'm in front of kids all day long, like and they're in front of them parents and administration. And so you get used to it. You're just like, oh, whatever. Like you don't care. You get over. I used to go into class like shaking, because there's like 20 people looking at you and you're like, so we're gonna talk today, like, you freak out, but after a while you get over it. So I love it. It's been a blessing. The financially, it's been great too because I can work from home. I can do everything from home. Of course, I want to do more local UGC work, like with stores and stuff or brands to get out there a little more. But it's just and there's so much opportunity too, which is what I love. Because as a teacher, you're stuck with your salary, and that's just what you make. I always tell my wife, I said I can be the best teacher in Miami-Dade County, and my salary will stay exactly the same. Maybe I get a stipend, they give me $1,000 or something. Good job, and you go home. Hey, go back to work. Teacher of the year, go back to work. Keep you working. But as a UGC creator, Amazon influencer, like you can do more work, you can make more money, like you can systematize it. You can get a VA. There's tools. Like I can't do that in a job. Like I get a VA to do my job, like I used to do IEPs and paperwork. I can't be like, hey, VA, here's all these private students' information, like make an IEP for me and do all of it, and I'm just gonna watch Netflix. Like I'll get fired. So even if I can systematize it, like I can't, I'm not allowed to, So as a content creator, you can. Like so the sky's the limit. There's opportunities all over what we were talking. I got a bunch of messages on Upwork and emails that I have to check. So there's so many like opportunities out there. It's just nonstop. So I love it. Like, and my wife can be involved. She can make some money too. So it's been a blessing to our family. So I'm just rambling on, but I love it.
Good.
Awesome, man. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
My
Thank you for
pleasure.
coming on, Mike Ecom
Yeah, man.
305. So, where can people find you?
Yeah. On Instagram, I'm ecom305 X as well. I'm mainly on Instagram. That's like my main
I'll go
spot
ahead and
is Instagram.
link your profile down here in the comment section or description. So,
Yeah,
if you guys
man.
want to give them a follow, be sure you guys give Mike a follow. Thank you again. We appreciate your time. Appreciate everything you've shared with us. A lot of great info for people that want to learn
Cool, cool.
uh, how to make money online different ways. So,
Yeah.
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
See you on the next one.
See ya.